Welcome back. If you've seen any of my other videos or if you've subscribed, thank you so much. It means a lot to me and to my channel. Today I want to do a comparison between the Chanel 19 and the Chanel Boy Bag, which is really and truly one of my favorites. But I want to address the idea that the Chanel Boy Bag is dead, and I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of the video, but wanted to do like a full comparison of these two iconic bags, or already becoming iconic bags. So the video is going to go over the sizing options that there are associated with each one of these bags, as well as the price associated with those, the general aesthetics of the bag. I also want to cover the pros and some of the special features of each of these bags. Also, I'm going to cover the cons, as well as the strap drop lengths and how you can, the different ways to wear the bag. And then also gonna finally just address kind of the resale value of each one of these, and how that's fared right now in the current market. One is the small size. The Chanel 19 comes in 3 standard sizes. It comes in a small. On the Chanel website, it doesn't have a size associated with the small, the medium, and then the maxi. The boy bag has had different sizes throughout the years. So this particular bag is called the Chanel 19 because it was introduced in 2019 as part of Karl Lagerfeld's last collection. The boy bag here was introduced in 2011, and there's lots of videos about the boy bag and like where its origins are from, but it was named after Coco Chanel's, or Gabrielle Chanel's longtime boyfriend, Boy Capel. So this one was introduced in the fall-winter collection of 2011. So this one's been around for pretty much 11 years now. This one's been around for about 2 years, which is gonna also come up in our pros and cons section. So as of July 1st, Chanel had this ridiculous, massive price increase, which is to be expected, but it was a big one. And the price of this one now, without the iridescent version, but the base kind of leather model, is $5,700 for the small. The medium is $6,300. These are US dollars. And the maxi is $6,900. So quite a big difference in price. The boy bag also had a price increase associated with it this time around, even though the past few times it has not had a price increase. But this July 2021 price increase was pretty hefty on it. The small, this is not the small, but the small now retails for $5,400 US dollars. And this size, which is the new medium, is now $5,900. So between these two right here, this one now would retail, this one's like $100 more, I think, because of the finish on it. But if this was the regular base model or base leather, just the normal goat skin or normal calf skin, would be $5,700 versus this one is now $5,900 for those two. So again, this is the small. This is what the Luxe community calls the small. And this one is what the Luxe community calls the new medium boy bag. So I didn't put the walks in here, but each of these have associated wallet on chains with them, as well as they also have like the smaller like card holder on chain, and they both this year had, or the current Metier d'Art collection also had these clutches with chains, but because it kind of got complicated and Chanel's app is less than stellar, I could not actually get those prices this morning. Okay. So now I'm going to just talk about a little bit about the aesthetics of each of these bags. So I actually use these bags for completely different reasons. Even if they were the same color, I would. This one is very much on trend. Right now the trend is kind of these softer, puffier bags, very luxurious feeling, very comfortable, like kind of the puffy bag or the puffy quilt trend. There are cheaper options available if you want the puffy bag look, or if you want kind of this trend. There's also some other pretty expensive options, but the YSL puffy bag, I've forgotten exactly what it's called. Maybe it's Puffy Lulu, but that particular one is a lot cheaper. It helps you be on trend, whereas this one I think is just very classic and has a lot of things that YSL model or the Bottega puffier bags don't have, even though I think they're all beautiful and would love to have them, but I try to be smart with my bag decisions and make sure that I'm gonna really get a lot of wear out of them, but I love all of those bags. So this one is, I think it's still, because it is very on trend, it does give you a little bit more edge versus like your classic flap wheel. And I personally love this look, and I wouldn't care if the puffy bag look was not in style. I would still rock this bag. One of the great things about this bag is the mix of metals that you get associated with it and the top handle. And so you've got all these different metals, which makes it very easy to match. You know, if you're into matching, I love to mix metals. I don't mix a lot of looks, but I definitely mix metals. I feel very comfortable with that. But this has got your gold, it's got kind of your brushed or your ruthenium looking, and it's got some of your shiny silver. I don't think it has like a shiny gold associated with it. It's just got this more of like brushed gold look, but definitely there is some shine with the shiny silver, and I think it's pretty gorgeous. Okay, so now the boy bag. So my particular boy bag, a lot of times you see boy bags in the ruthenium metal. Mine is in the shiny gold, and when I saw this color combo with the black super shiny caviar and with the shiny gold and the chevron, this is the one that I wanted to go for, and I really just couldn't pass up. So the aesthetics of this bag are, as you can tell, it's very edgy, it's very structured, it's got a very hard structured look, and I personally think this really matches my aesthetic more. To me, I'm a little bit edgier than I am classic, like that one, but I love this bag. I've thought about selling it just because I feel like I could get a really good price for it, but I love this bag so much, and I don't think I'd ever be able to find it again, so I wouldn't dare sell it, but I love this bag. Okay, so now I'm just gonna talk about pros. Since I've got this one here, I'm going to kind of open it up and show it to you. So, stuffing. Okay, so I want to just show you what the inside of this bag looks like. So I've removed all the stuffing, which is how I store it, and I've got my little light here so you can see hopefully a little bit better in there. But it is just one large compartment in there. And there is a back zipped compartment that's pretty roomy, not huge or anything, I would say. And then there is a very small slip compartment up front that's going to be nearly impossible to see. That's really just enough for some cards. It's right there. And that's actually what I usually put in it, as some gift cards or something like that. So next are measurements of these, because these are pretty comparable sizes. So I'm gonna show you what fits all in this bag, but these are pretty comparable sizes. And so if I just measure end to end, this is 11 inches. Let me zoom out just a tad. This is 11 inches across, and it's 6.5 inches tall. And it is, the compartment where your things are kept is just 3 inches deep. So it's 28 centimeters across and 11 inches. It's 16 centimeters tall, or 6.5 inches, and it's 7.5 centimeters deep, or 3 inches deep. Okay. Also, the strap drop length on this one is 19.5 inches, or 50 centimeters. And if you want, it's 20 inches or 51 centimeters. And if you want to double strap it, then it is 11.5 inches or 29.5 centimeters when you double strap it. Okay. So guys, it seems that I lost the clip of the measurements of the Chanel 19. So they are as follows: 10.25 inches wide, or 26 centimeters, 6 inches high, or 15 centimeters, or 3.25 inches deep, or 8.5 centimeters. The 2019 has one large compartment, and then it's got about the same size. It's a little bit easier to get into. These both have fabric lined interiors, but it's also got a large zippered pocket here at the back, or compartment here at the back. This particular one is a 31 series. I'm gonna show you in there just so you can see. So this is a 31 series, and I forgot to look at this. So now just to talk about some of the other pros of the bags. So this particular, I'm gonna start with the 19 first here. And this one has the one large zip compartment, same as this. And one of the coolest features about this bag is the top handle. I really like to be able to quickly grab something by just using the top handle. I don't like to have a top handle for a long period of time, but I love to just be able to grab a top handle, and that's one of the best features. Also, the fact that this one, as I mentioned before, has all different metal colors, makes it very easy to pair. You've got your shiny, you've got your more of your ruthenium, and then also like your aged gold or matte gold hardware. And it's probably the biggest benefit to this bag, other than the way it looks, is this back pocket. This back pocket is, have a clean ticket, but this back pocket is huge. I can actually fit 2 phones in here. Easily, that's just one phone, but I could actually fit my personal phone in here as well. It's up on the counter, I'll grab it in a second. But this back pocket is so convenient. And as you probably already know, the boy bag has no back pocket. So you have to open this bag up every time you want to get one of your items out of it. And so a lot of times I'll just keep my phone in my back pocket if I'm just wearing jeans or somewhere else that it's easier to get to, because of the fact that sometimes I just don't want to have to open up my bag all the way. So to me, this is one of the biggest pros of this bag. Also, as I mentioned, it's very on trend with its very relaxed, puffy style. It's got a very recognizable clasp. So even if you're, if that matters to you, even if people don't know, like all the current collection of Chanel bags, they will probably recognize this emblem. It's beautiful. It's big. I love it. And it's unique to the 19, only the 19 series, or the 19 style of all the SLGs and of the bags have this particular clasp. I love the fact that Chanel has unique clasps for their bags. And all the hot colors, you've got lots and lots of hot colors that are coming in this bag, and you see a lot more limited variety when it comes to the boy bag offerings. But this particular one, the Chanel 19, is coming in all types of different colors. In fact, the very hot, what was that? That was a 21S collection, that caramel color, or maybe it was the pre-spring. I can't remember anymore. But that caramel color that was very hot, like that came in the Chanel 19. And then these iridescent colors have been coming in the Chanel 19 recently, and less in the boy bag style than we've seen in the previous years. Also, this bag is so easy to use, and not just because of the roomy back pocket. It is just very carefree, in my opinion, even though mine is like white. And I do take care of it in terms of like color transfer. I try to make sure I'm not putting dark clothing against it. But this bag is just easy to use. It opens easily. You can stretch it a little bit. You can easily open it and put your things in here. It's just easy to use, and it's comfortable. Okay. So now to talk about some of the boy bag pros versus cons. So again, you've got 2 compartments inside. You've got a large zip pocket and a small slip pocket. It does, in my opinion, this has like a cleaner look with the one metal. So if you've got a lot going on with your outfit, maybe you want to stick to just like one metal look. And this will give you a very clean and crisp look, which I do love. This one also has a unique clasp. This clasp is only made for the boy style bags, and it's beautiful. I think it's iconic, which leads me to another pro that this one has that the 19 does not have, and that's that this one does have a little bit of staying power. So this one was introduced in 2011, like I said, so it's been around for 10 years. The boy bag's been around for a couple of years. This one also comes in more options. Your 19 only comes in your quilted option, But your boy bag comes in chevron, and it comes in a quilted option as well, is what I've seen. And sometimes they do something a little bit different around this edge. They also have been changing up the clasps, like the current 21A collection has like some stones on the boy bag which is mixing it up a little bit. And then the other thing is you can wear both of these bags crossbody, but this one, you know, just like the Chanel 19 bag has a top handle going for it, this one gives you this option of having, I'm gonna have to zoom out, gives you the option to double it up and kind of double shoulder strap this. So you can have this as a shoulder strap. It's long enough to crossbody at a good length for me. I'm 5'4", and then also you can double strap it, which is one of my favorite ways to wear it, just because it's easy like that. The other thing, the advantage that the boy bag has is it does now come in caviar. So for the past few seasons, they've had caviar varieties, whereas the Chanel 19, I think, would look kind of strange to come in caviar, but maybe I'm not thinking big enough, but I think that would be kind of strange to get it in a caviar. So if you love the appeal of the no nonsense of the caviar, then the boy bag is going to be probably easier for taking care and for you. So the longer strap detail is 21 inches on the boy bag, and on the Chanel 19, it's only 8.5 inches. So what that means is whenever you crossbody the Chanel 19, this part does not sit on your shoulder. It actually comes a little bit, you've got some actual chain that's resting on your shoulder. Maybe that's not everybody, but I think I've seen that pretty commonly mentioned, and I've experienced it myself. It does not bother me at all. I'm not gonna lie. As long as my hair doesn't get caught up in anything, I really don't care if I have chain hitting bone or leather hitting bone. It doesn't bother me, because I don't pack a ton in my bags usually, because I don't like real heavy bags for a long period of time. So that's it for the pros, and now I'm going to discuss some of the cons, and some of that's probably already been teased out, but I'm just going to mention it for completeness sake. So again, you only have this 8.5 inch leather piece, which makes it a little bit harder to crossbody. It has only been around for 2 years, and it is on trend, which is a pro, but also can be a con, depending on how much you are into trends. For me, it's not, because I love the look of this bag. I would have always loved the look of this bag, whether or not it was trendy or in fashion or not. I just love this look. I like slouchy bags. I like structured bags. I like a lot of different things. But it has just been here for 2 years. Caviar is not available, and really wouldn't have been easy to do probably with this design, or wouldn't have looked as well with this design. This one, when you load it, you can get a bit of a saggy bottom here. And I know that's part of the look. And even though I said I like unstructured and structured bags, I don't like saggy bottoms for the most part. So I am gonna get a base shaper for this one. I haven't gotten it yet, but I think I will, because I don't like the idea of a saggy bottom here. This one mainly comes in goat skin, calf skin, or lamb skin. And you cannot double strap it, which is one of my favorite ways to wear it. And then again, like I mentioned, you've got that crossbody issue. Cons on the boy bag. So hot colors are not always coming in this bag. I actually, as much as I hate to say this, I was actually happy to see the Chanel price increase hit the boy bag, only because I felt that was saying that the boy bag might be around a little bit longer, with the fact that Chanel was increasing the boy bag pricing. But you're getting some good colors. The 21A collection has some really pretty colors in the boy bag, but you're not getting all of the hot colors in the boy bag style. And I know 21A came out with that brown orangish color, but that's like not going to be nearly as hot as I don't think it's going to be as hot as that caramel in the 21S. And another con to this is it does have this seam at the bottom. I'm gonna bring it up close. And that can lend to having a saggy bottom. I try to make sure that I have like weight evenly distributed. Like my large wallet, sometimes I'll put it like right here in the middle so that it evenly distributes across the bottom. But this can lead to sagging. And if you look at some of the older boy bags, you'll actually see that they do have saggy bottoms. I haven't had to have a base shaper with this, and it looks fine. It's not sagging, as you can see, and I'm not holding it up. but I probably should get one just to make sure. Also, another con is this has no back pocket, and that is just such a convenient back pocket on the 19 that it's a game changer. And then even though this has this adjustable strap, it's really not adjustable. Like you can take it on and make the 2-inch or so change, but then this part just pokes up. I don't want to do it, but this part just like then it doesn't really work as an adjustable strap. Also, these little beads, these little adjustable beads or adjustable balls, whatever you want to call them, these actually will get tangled in my hair, and I typically wear my hair curly, and that's when I have a bigger problem with these. Is it every time I use it? No, because I use this bag for like a ridiculous amount of time, but it does happen occasionally. And then obviously this bag is not as on trend, so you better love it if you're gonna get it, and be because it's not nearly as on trend, but I think it's gonna come back. I firmly believe we need to bring the boy bag back to full force, which probably tells you where I stand on this comparison. If you think I missed any pros or cons associated with either of these bags, please let me know in the comment section down below. And then also I would love to hear what your preference is. So finally, I want to talk about resale value. So I did just a little bit of comparison, and I used Fashion File for that comparison because Vestiaire Collective is a little bit of a crapshoot, and you don't always know like what you're going to, it's just hard to compare because of like conditions and everything. So what I did was I found 2 similar bags, and I went after both of the medium sizes. So again, the medium in this size, even though this is a small, is $6,300, and the medium in this size right now is $5,900. So it's a difference of $400 between the 2 of them in the current collection with the current July 2021 pricing. The Fashion File, both of them were they were both mediums, like I mentioned, and this one was going for $5,970. It was in excellent condition, and it was caviar, and it was a 29 series. So it wasn't this exact chevron, and it wasn't the shiny gold hardware. I think it was actually a chevron with shiny silver hardware, and it was in this size, and it was going for $5,970, so $70 above retail. And then this particular one in the medium, again, this is a small, so it wasn't quite the same size as this one, but this one in the medium was also in excellent condition, and it was a 30 series, and it was going for $6,360, so $60 above retail. So this one was going $70 above retail. The equivalent of the medium size on this one was going $60 above retail. So I think that shows you that the boy bag is still keeping its value. So the last thing I'm going to do is just show you what fits in each one of them, and I'm just going to do a comparison. I used my Pochette Matisse yesterday, so I'm just going to take the things out of that and see what I can fit in here, and then I have a couple of other options I'm going to show you about those. So stay tuned. So I'm going to start off with the boy bag here. But the first thing I'm going to do is put my cash in this front slip pocket. And it goes in right there. Okay. And then I'm going to start off with the most important thing, which is my wallet and my keys. But instead, I'm going to go ahead and put my Pochette Matisse. It's pretty loaded up as well. I keep like perfumes and some lotion and just some cosmetics that I can't live without, mascara and brow stuff mainly, but and a lot of like little mini perfumes. Just gonna stick that in here. Rearrange. And then, like I said, the next most important thing, really the most important thing, is probably my keys in there. I'm gonna put my bronzer, my brush, and my lip pencil, and then if I can fit in 2 lipsticks, I will, and they fit. And then I will just put my sunglasses on top. Now, this means I have no room for my phones unless I stretch it out a little bit. So let me just see. This is phone with case. This is a Samsung S20. It could fit in, but I don't know if you can tell, it's a little bit deformed right here. So like I wouldn't do that. Instead, that's usually when I would remove my sunglasses case. So to be fair, I'm gonna remove that. And then let me see if I can get my other phone in here. I can. Again, it's kind of deforming my bag. Look, I can do it like that if I just stick my keys on top, or if I took my key clay out. So there we go. So that fits both phones. It is very heavy. I don't even need to pick it up to know that. Yep, I actually think the 19 is heavier when I have it fully packed. But that is the medium boy. So it fit everything but my sunglasses. And I could place them on top. As you can see, I could place them on top, but I'm not going to do that because I get nervous about my glasses scratching. Okay, so let me take all this out and then I'll repeat it with the 19. So that's everything that came out of the boy bag, with the exception of the sunglasses right here. So I'm gonna see what all I can fit into the 19. So I'm gonna start with the biggest thing, which is the mini pochette, which takes up a considerable amount of space on its own. I'm gonna put in my card holder. And then this is the point where I'd probably wanna go ahead and stick in my phones. Yep, and they fit easily. And then these are pretty long, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these underneath my mini pochette. And then at this point, I would put in my bronzer. And then I'm gonna have to lay my lipsticks on top for the most part, unless I can shove those down there. There's my lipsticks in there, and then I can easily put my key clay on top, so you can see how that's packed. You can see how that's packed in there. And let me see if I could put my sunglasses on top in the case. Yes, and it can fasten, but that is like super loaded up. But the great thing about this one is the back pocket. So I can actually take out these two phones, put my sunglasses in here in a much easier way, fasten that, and then I should be able to get both of these back here. And now it doesn't, the little compartment won't, with both of those, it won't completely, the magnet won't hit, but that's okay. If I only have one, the magnet won't hit either. And this is a S20. I think it said S21 earlier. It's a S20 Ultra. And then this I think is a 7 Plus. So, and again, it won't completely close, but it's okay. This is very heavy, by the way. But this one can fit either, I would say, an extra phone or your sunglasses, where my boy bag can't. But these are very heavy bags like this. Very, very heavy. I guess I want to end on, would I sell? Is it time to sell your boy bag and get value out of it? Or is it time to swap for a 19? What do I ultimately think? I use these two bags, like I mentioned, even if they were in the exact same, color, I'd use them for completely different purposes. And I will not buy another boy bag, but I also have no interest in selling my boy bag. I'm only gonna have one in my collection. But I can say pretty much the same thing about the Chanel 19. It hasn't proven the staying power. It hasn't proven that it's not just a trend bag. And I think that I would want to have, I might want to have maybe one more in my collection if the right color comes out. But I'm probably gonna just do more investing in classic flaps because those for sure have staying power. Do I think the boy bag is done? Absolutely not. I love this bag. I plan to keep this bag, as I've mentioned several times in this video. So hopefully my video helped you decide if you need to sell your boy bag or not, or if you want to even buy a boy bag or invest in a boy bag, or if you want to invest in a 19 bag. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your comments about whether or not if you have a boy or if you have a 19, if you plan to sell either one of them. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day and do great things. Bye.